On a foreboding night of Yule, a pervasive frost blanketed the land as an air of ominous anticipation loomed over four young women, Lena, Maya, Zoey, and Tasha. The friends, daring and curious, found themselves irresistibly drawn to the notorious Montgomery House, a spectral ruin steeped in chilling tales of a woodsman who had lost his sanity under a blood moon, committing unspeakable acts before vanishing into legend. The woodsman was said to haunt the grounds, his spirit tethered to a bottomless well where he had discarded the remains of his kin. Unfazed by the sheer terror such a past might invoke, the quartet ventured into the shadows with nothing more than flashlights and an insatiable thirst for the macabre. The house stood as a monument to despair. Boarded-up windows stared like hollow eyes, creaking floorboards whispered stories of their own. As the women entered, an icy wind seemed to sigh through the halls, weaving around them with an unnerving familiarity. Their playful flirtations and teasing proclamations faded, overtaken by the palpable dread creeping along the walls. Voices, disembodied and chilling, began to echo through the mansion. Laughter, not their own, mingled eerily with their nervous giggles, setting a disconcerting undercurrent to their exploration. As they moved through rooms cloaked in darkness and history, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone. The girls decided to call out to the specter of the woodsman in a half-serious seance. As they stood around the old, splintered dining table, the temperature dropped sharply, breath visible in the air as a shape materialized at the end of the room. Its eyes, void and unseeing, seemed to bore into their very souls. The spirit's presence exuded sorrow and fury, its spectral axe eerily shimmering in the dim light. One by one, the young women felt themselves pulled toward the darkness. Lena watched in horror as her friends vanished before her eyes, drawn into the shadows by an unseen force, their forms fading like mist in the morning sun. The chilling realization struck. The house demanded its due, a night of retribution for the sins of the past. Mere heartbeats after the last flicker of life was swallowed by the house, Lena awoke, shivering in her own bed as sunlight spilled into the room. Her heart pounded with the memory of touch and fear, each moment of the night etched in her mind with vivid clarity. Around her lay Maya, Zoey, and Tasha, peacefully asleep in their makeshift beds, blissfully unaware of the premonition that lingered in the corners of Lena's consciousness. As she sat there, the warmth of the morning juxtaposed against the haunting cold of the previous night, a single thought lingered. This was not just a nightmare, but a warning. And as night falls once more this Yule, the shadows would beckon, and the woodsman might once again claim his prey.